program. Viewer discretion is advised.
Of the East Project Story Time. Here in this stingus. You know him, you love him, he's the bad Dr. Dig Out. The ultimate DJ, DJ Ronnie D. It's time to wake the neighbor's voice with Southern Viking. Walter to Moscow. Hey! The Muppet from the Puppet Show like DJC. Project K-Grid. It's WAP. Old game of 72 Cutlass. We've got Puddle Jumper here. Good morning, Puddle Jumper. What is up? We've got... Who else do we got? What's in the box? Shit Farmer 2.0. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. How are you doing? Good to see you. Master Craftsman Andy Masterson. What is up, brother? Good morning. Good morning. American Patriots Pad. What is up, my brother? Good morning. Oh. That's the way you get your morning started. Right. Showback. What is up, my friend? Good morning. Good morning. Who else we got? Well, of course, we have the lady, Arwen Avalon. Good morning, Arwen. Oh my God. Who else we got? We've got, I already did Kalian. Holy shit. Good morning, Kalian. All right. I think we're caught up. We got everybody. We didn't get you. Let me know. And Taylor Swift got a wake up shout last night. Holy crap, did she? Holy crap, shit. I just don't watch the Super Bowl. I heard about that though. I heard she got booed and someone else got cheered. And it was misogyny. You could see the misogyny in the football. But we're not going to talk about that. We might talk about the commercials, but God help me, dude. I'm just like, no NFL for me. Thank you.
I didn't watch any.
Thank you. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm alive, kicking.
He's alive.
Cool, calm, collected. I didn't watch anything last night. I didn't scour the YouTubes for the commercials. Say, oh, Zero doesn't watch the NFL because he's Canadian. No, I used to watch the NFL all the time. I just don't give a shit about it anymore. It's just not the same. Not the same.
Foosball by the devil.
Yeah.
Cambridge. Yeah. Anybody doesn't know what that's from, I'm not making fun of anybody. Damn, it's Waterboy.
Yeah.
It's Bobby Boucher's Dear Mama.
It's Waterball. Yeah.
So, foosball.
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 I mean, I'll play it before I ever watch it again. I mean, yeah. I just gave it up regularly a few years ago, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
Snorty's like, did not so swift really get booed. Yeah, she had this like shock look on her face, you know, that like. And then they were cheering, man, when they were doing the national anthem. President of the United States is standing there like that. Everybody cheered, and I was like, holy shit, wow. I only saw that because of a clip. I don't like the NFL. I haven't liked the NFL since all the kneeling things started. And try not to buy Nike, too. I haven't sat down and watched a single NFL game in over 8 years when they started. Yeah. It was, I don't even remember that guy's name.
Colin
Kaepernick.
I mean,
Kaepernick. That was it. Cappersnack.
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch.
I don't know. I remember a few years ago, people were trying to get a petition going to get him in the Hall of Fame for being such an ideal spokesman for a movement.
What?
Exactly. That's what everybody else said. I said, no, get the hell out of here. I'm sorry, Colin. You were an average / mediocre quarterback at best. Always were. Anyway, that's the sports ball. No, I didn't watch anything last night. I don't care who got booed. I don't care who got cheered. I don't give two loads of whale shit either way.
Walter Tomasky, who's been a member for 9 months, thank you so very much, brother, for the support, says, listen to you through my best X-overs. Loki, you and Zero sound great. Recommended YouTube. Jazz pianist Elder Jangirov. Is it Jangirov or Djangirov? And Bill Lawrence. I will check it out. Hold on. Let me add that to the list of possibles here.
Jazz pianists.
Yeah.
We're off to a great start this morning. See the wheels fall.
American Patriots Bad, who's been a member for 2 months. What is up? Says, everyone, please click that like button. These guys are giving us a great morning live stream. Thank you so very much, American Patriots Bad. Thank you, brother, for your support. Thank you for what you do. Is my mic really low? Is it that low?
It was during the intro, but it's okay now.
Okay. Well, it's probably because it's like auto tuning, stupid thing. Anyway, we have got a something a little different this morning for you. So this will be the first time we're ever going to do this. You guys on YouTube, because I can't run a poll on Rumble. So Rumble guys, if you want to do the poll on YouTube, you're more than welcome to. We are going to do a versus stream. Now, here are the rules. Thank you, Dave Bob. Dave Bob with a $2 super chat. He's like, your mic's fine, bro. All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you so very much. This one is just for you, Dave Bob. Keep the fires of Valhalla burning bright. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. So, we're going to start with 2 movies. If whatever movie wins goes forward, whatever movie loses is erased from existence. That means any sequels for that movie are erased from existence. That means that movie never existed. This isn't just about what you like as far as 2 movie goes. This is about completely destroying an entire franchise or ending one midstream because you've got to keep the other one. And these are going to be hard choices. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of good stuff here. So, whatever goes, how's this going to work? Well, I'm going to vote for a movie. This crazy guy next to me, this crazy alien, is going to vote for a movie. And then you guys are going to vote. So there will be 3 votes. There will be no ties. There will be no like sudden death. Whoever wins goes forward. Star Wars is gone. Dave Bob's like, Star Wars gone. It's gone.
See, not necessarily. I mean, that's why you got to we're putting a spin on this, because it's what you really want to keep and what you're willing to give up. When we say gone from existence, it's gone. It never happened. You can never watch it again. It's erased from existence completely. So there's a compromise you got to think here. It's like, well, what do I want to let go of? What do I want to keep? If I get Loki to put Star Wars up against Lord of the Rings, and he, not a big fan of Return of the Jedi,
it's
really likes Return of the King. Yeah,
that's easy. It's gonna be Tolkien. Tolkien wins everything. So Tolkien wins everything.
If Tolkien wins everything, we can't have Lord of the Rings on this list.
Pretty much, yeah.
We know where.
If you want to throw it up here, that's fine.
Yeah.
But now this does not concern any other media. So what does that mean? That means comics don't count. That means books don't count. I mean, none of that is affected whatsoever. We're just talking about film. So if it really came down to it, and I was like, oh my God, I've got to go against the great Peter Jackson and his Lord of the Rings movies, I'll still have the books. Yeah. The media itself is not erased from existence. The movie isn't anything that would come out after that movie concerning the IP. So those are the rules. It's that simple. It's not that complicated. It's not like just boom, I like this one better than the other one, so get rid of that. No, it's gone. There will be more lists like this. So we're going to do this more than once.
Yeah. I do want to point this out. Will we remember that we lost a movie? No, gone. Completely gone. It never existed at all. So there's no going back. No, like, oh, I'll just pick my favorite for now. I can always go back to it later. No, it's gone. You can never watch it again. You have no knowledge it ever existed. Them's the breaks. That's our spin. That's our spin we're putting on it.
No rings of power. We're not doing TV shows.
Nope.
We're just doing movies.
And I'm sorry, Project. I'm sorry. I did see it, but would you prefer me to be quiet for the whole hour? I could do that. That's fine.
Hush.
I kid. So that's the rules. Any questions you guys and gals have along the way, by all means, let us know. I've already kind of sort of got my picks in. That's why I'm leaving it all up to you, and we'll see how it all plays out in the end.
All right. So get this pulled back up here. And first set of movies on the chopping block. Okay, open. All right.
Here
Bram
we go.
Stoker's Dracula versus American Werewolf in London. Okay, why is it not? Stupid thing. There we go. Okay, let me get the chat loaded up. You can introduce the movies and start a poll.
All right, so here we go. We got Bram Stoker's Dracula with Rhiannon O'Keefe. Yes, I said it. And oh my God, Sir Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman with that crazy hair and weird looking shadows versus an American Werewolf in London with freaky transformations. And God help us, it was the style back then. Puffy jackets all over the place. Wow. So you got to think. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this. I see a lot of hands coming up for Dracula already.
Well, the poll is coming, so if you want to vote,
poll is coming. That's okay. I'll keep a mental count as we go. So you got to think. It's classic tale: vampires and werewolves. Who you got? Can we slip in 2 votes? No, Arwen, 1 person for 1 vote. Winona.
Well, I suppose you could if you had 2 accounts. I mean, that's
you could if you had 2 accounts. No, when your cats do not count as votes. That's not how it works.
Dracula versus Werewolf. Bram Stoker's Dracula, American Werewolf in London. All right, let's go over an American Werewolf in London real quick.
I see Dracula, easy, Dracula, cockblockula, Dracula. Keep the werewolf.
All right. American Werewolf in London is 1981 comedy horror film written and directed by John Landis. International co-production in the United Kingdom and the United States. The film stars David Naughton, Jenny Agutter. I hope I said your name right, dear. Griffin Dunne, and John Woodbine. Title is a cross between American in Paris and Werewolf of London. Film's plot follows two American backpackers, David and Jack, who are attacked by a werewolf while traveling in England, causing David to become a werewolf under the next full moon. What did this movie make? This movie had a budget of $5.8 million. It made $62 million, runs about an hour and a half, and distributed by Universal Pictures. Any positives you want to bring up about An American Werewolf in London?
It was good. This isn't about me.
That's it.
Yep, it was good. Love the puffy jackets. It was good. Well, I mean, you know, to be honest, I haven't seen it that often. It's been a very long time, but I do remember there was some stuff going on. Yep. Sorry, I was trying to find a comment. I don't know where it is. Somebody was asking, do we keep or do we delete it? No,
Why
the
is
vote
my
is
damn mouse button there? Huh, that's weird. Thought it shouldn't be doing that.
because you're using
Should
your
be showing
mouse.
my pointer.
Yeah. All right. So whoever you pick, that's the one that goes on. The other one is erased from existence. I was trying to find a comment from the dude who asked that. I don't know where it is.
It is
Voting.
erased completely. It's never coming back. It's like
Yep.
it was never made.
Yep. So the vote you put in is the one we are continuing on with. That's the one that is going to remain.
We've got a vote. So it's three-way vote. Okay.
That's what I mean.
Zero's gonna vote, I'm gonna vote, and the chat's vote is any kind of tiebreaker, anything like that. You know, if we can all agree that, well, one movie's going forward, that's great. If we can't, then chat, you are the tiebreaker. You are the ones that make the final call. All right, Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992, American Gothic horror film produced and directed by Francis Ford Coppola and written by James V. Hart, based on the 1897 novel Dracula by Bram Stoker. Film stars Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, and a very young, Keanu Reeves and Richard E. Grant, Carrie Elwes, Billy Campbell, Sadie Frost, and Tom Watts in supporting roles. Set in 19th century England and Romania, follows the eponymous vampire, Gary Oldman, who falls in love with Mina, Winona Ryder, the fiance of his solicitor, Jonathan Harker. Reeves, whoa, you're like totally Dracula. When Dracula begins terrorizing Mina's friends, Professor Abraham Van Helsing, who couldn't have been played by a better guy, Anthony Hopkins, an expert in vampirism, is summoned to bring an end to his reign of terror. Its closing credits theme, Love Song for a Vampire, was written and performed by Annie Lennox. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know where my vote is going to go. I know what I'm going to... I hate that. I hate that it's showing my damn... I really do.
Oh, well. Does your mouse pointer need a green screen?
Well, I'm always fidgeting with it, so that makes me like fidgety.
Somebody sound clip that right now. Anyway, all right. Let's kick it off. My vote, Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula, because it was good. It was really good. And if you enjoy the original Bram Stoker novel, it's while the movie did take some liberties, as is usually the case, it was very, very faithful to the book in the end. And I think all the practical effects were fantastic. As Arwen pointed out, Keanu Reeves was not a strong point in the movie, but he didn't have to be when there was so much else going on. So my vote, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Sharon and Signet says Dracula was cool, but American Werewolf was hilarious. Drew Barrymore still has a worse English accent than either Keanu or Winona. Just saying. I don't disagree with you, Papa. I absolutely positively agree with you. And she can't, for whatever reason, she can't do that. And I'm sitting here pigeoning with my damn mouse again.
Is this what you do all the time when we can't see your mouse on screen?
I do. It's like do. It's because I've got ADHD, ADD brain, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Anyway.
Wow.
Oh my. Yes. I'm gonna go with Dracula. And I think most of everybody that voted went with Bram Stoker's Dracula. So Dracula is saved. Why was Dracula saved? For me, it's because the performance from Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman, yes, even the Woe guy, whoa, because that was a serious role. I can't remember him. There's like a movie where Keanu Reeves' best friend takes a walk off a cliff. Not a lot of people have seen this movie. It's based on a real story. It's based on a true story that actually happened when he was a kid. And this guy that they thought had everything ended up taking a walk off a cliff. They thought at first it was drugs and it was this, but then they had to come to terms with the fact that he did it on purpose. He was stressed out. He was having a hard time. And it's like, well, we want to like still have this like celebration for his life. And the school's like, no, you can't, because he did it to himself. And he's like, we're going to do it anyway. And whoa. And he does it. So that, I mean, yeah, he was in serious roles before, but not that serious.
Yeah. Here's a interesting one here. Loki, Mephisto's movie review says, I can't help but feel like I've inspired this segment. Good for you. You know what?
This is actually
I
Zero's
appreciate
idea.
that. But I'll tell you what, Mephisto, you're wrong. We decided on this last week because Loki and I were getting a little too pissed off talking about other things. So that's why we're shaking things up and we're doing something different.
With 29 votes, 72% was for Bram Stoker's Dracula, 27% was for An American Werewolf in London. Thank you guys so very much. We're going to take that down. An American Werewolf in London, any possible sequels of any movies gone, erased. The movie never happened. So we keep Bram Stoker's Dracula. Will Bram Stoker's Dracula make another appearance? No, because it is safe and there were no direct sequels. So that movie is secured in movie history.
Yes.
From henceforward, Bram Stoker's Dracula is safe. Any movie that survives is safe. Its sequels may not be safe, but it is safe. We're not going to go back and do like final round.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what do we got? We got, let's see. How about this?
Oh my, the anticipation.
I hate sharing it like this. There's got to be a better way to do this.
There's our little bit of awkward morning silence. I do enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna hurt.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun. See, he didn't like the fact that I was like, hey, give me some movies that, you want thrown in there. And then I'm like, oh, really? We're going to have Back to the Future and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Oh, those are going to go up against each other.
Well, I figured, you know what? Let's make it interesting. Let's, when Loki and I decided to throw some lists up, I said, I'm just going to throw some heavy hitters in there. Let's kick it up a notch and see where it goes.
All right, let me get it set up for you guys in chat before we start going off here. Why don't you introduce us to the movies?
Well, of course, to my right, your left, we've got Back to the Future. I don't have a IMDb or any of that shit pulled up. So, of course, we all know Marty McFly in his time traveling adventure with Great Scott, Doc, Emmett L. Brown, played respectively by Michael J. Fox, Canadian national treasure and hero, and Christopher Lloyd with Leah Thompson, Crispin Glover, that other guy with, oh, hello, McFly. What's his name? Chat, back me up here. I don't know. So, of course, as we all know, Back to the Future, released 1985, made a DeLorean sure as hell popular as it ever was going to be with 1.21 gigawatts. My God.
1.21 gigawatts.
Of course, spawning that two sequels with Back to the Future 2 and Back to the Future 3. And let the record show, Back to the Future 3 is actually one of my favorite Westerns of all time. And then, of course, opposite that, lining up, we've got the first ever live action rendition of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, released in 1990, which caused a shitstorm of activity for kids like me back then. and adults who were probably having nightmares when all their kids were running around ninja kicking the shit out of all their friends at school, do whatever. But 100% live action, on camera, in film, on film, as it was, with legit ninjas wearing crazy ass rubber suits doing what they're gonna do. My God, you don't see that anymore.
Marty, you gotta come back with me.
So, my goodness, this one's actually gonna be tough for me because, I mean, geez, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that was childhood for me. That was childhood for me. Everybody I knew who was my age, say what you will about the sequels. I like the second one, third one, not so much, but I got a soft spot for it. Thanks, Mom. Back to the Future sequels. They're good. They're all pretty good.
Yes, we would still have TMNT comics, cartoons. Yeah. You just don't get this. You don't get any of the sequels. No Michael Bay movies. It's just erased from movie history,
which is a good thing. That's a good thing. But yeah, it's a tough showdown.
Oh, dude, I would love to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We just did Back to the Future over on Talk Hard with Pops. I would love to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. I like turtles.
I like turtles. They're still on my wall. Oh, man.
I'm staying from the travesty of voting. Yes.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Because I think.
All right. Hold on. Let me. Back to the Future is 1985 American science fiction film directed by Robert Zemeckis and written by Zemeckis and Bob Gale. It stars Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, Crispin Glover, and Thomas F. Wilson. Todd Mediac Marshall. Set in 1985, it follows Marty McFly, a teenager accidentally sent back to 1955, a time-traveling DeLorean automobile built by his eccentric scientist friend, Emmett Doc Brown, where he inadvertently prevents his future parents from falling in love, threatening his own existence, and is forced to reconcile them and somehow get back to the future. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, commonly abbreviated as TMNT, media franchise created by the comic book artists Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, follows Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo, four anthropomorphic turtle brothers trained in ninjutsu who fight evil in New York City. Franchise encompasses print and media, television series, feature films, video games, and merchandise. All right.
This is.
Is that what the movie is about? Thanks, Loki. Oh my God.
I thought.
Just a quick refresher. It takes a minute. Back to the Future or TMNT. Tell you what, dude. This is like, yeah, you've still got books, you've still got media, but you just don't have any of these movies. And these movies were freaking hot.
Yeah.
Both of them absolutely positively hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were Loki, you can't talk about TMNT. Existence.
Erased from existence. Yeah, it's funny. Well, because I mean, not to mention the kick-ass TMNT soundtrack that I still have on cassette somewhere. It's funny too because you can look at both the original releases of this movie. I'm talking the original Back to the Future and the original TMNT. Both of them could have stood alone as is and never had been touched again. They didn't need sequels. They didn't need anything like that. They both ended everything on a good note. They ended it with finality. It is what it is. So, I mean, that's tough. Say what you will about the sequels, but when it comes to this, yeah, it's a tough call, man. It's a tough call.
And Project Storytime makes a point. The Back to the Future trilogy is better than the TMNT movies. I
was going to say that is true. Your point is, I see where you're going. Yeah, the point is true and accurate, and that's what you have to think about. Do you want to look at it like the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or there can only be one? I don't know. But yeah, it's which is more important to you? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to hang on to? What do you want? That's why it's tough. It's a tough call. For some, it'd be an easy choice. I used to be like YouTube, but now I'm not so sure. This game sucks. Well, sorry to piss you off, Shellback. Not here to please everybody.
Back to the Future or TMNT?
Mm-hmm. I'm not willing to give up the flying DeLorean. God, it's tough. It's very tough.
Pops. This is check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 limited edition vinyl. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Day Bob's like Back to the Future, no contest.
Back to the Future, no contest.
I'm
I don't know why
okay
it
with
just
losing
sounded-
Back in Time by Huey Lewis in the News. Gotta get back in time. That's
yeah.
something that's gone. That's gone. If Back to the Future goes, that's gone. Now the other song it still happens because it came out before Back to the Future did. So
Yeah.
he had dropped that when they were still talking to him. He had already dropped that song when they were talking to him about being in the movie.
Mm.
So we talked about that the last week on Pops' show on Tuesday. Huey Lewis was like, "No, I don't want to do a movie." And they were like, "Look how good your music fits with the movie." And he was like, "Okay, we can do a movie. I'll do one song. You guys can use this song I've already made, and then we can use one. I'll make one song for the movie." And then they were like, "Why don't you be in the movie?" Yes, Power of Love. "Why don't you be in the movie?" He's like, "No." And they were like, "We'll give you a little tiny part." And he specifically told them, "I do not want to be in the credits. I do not want to have my name in the movie. I do not, all these things." And he's like, "And I want you to not make me look like me. I don't want to look like me. I'm afraid you're just too darn loud. I'm dark in glasses. I don't know if anybody noticed. I'm dark in glasses."
We also got that. Are
Well,
you willing
that's him
to? Are
too.
you willing to give that up?
Ninja rap.
Oh my God! Go ninja, rap. Yeah.
Not even close.
Well-
Back to the Future, Huey Lewis, and the DeLorean. We need Back to the Future. I think the people have spoken. I'm going to take the poll down. We're going to end the poll. I'll give you guys like 10 seconds if you still want to vote. We've got 29 votes. 76 for Back to the Future. Get those votes in.
Gotta think hard. I mean, shit, we're 36 minutes in. This is only our second matchup. We got a long way to go.
Good morning, Arlena, over on Rumble. Good morning, Rumblers. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Can't put a poll up on Rumble. Just saying.
Aw.
All right, poll's ended. It's down. The chat said Back to the Future, 75%, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 24%. That's with 29 votes. I'm actually okay. Back to the Future won.
I am too.
What do you know? You haven't voted yet.
No, I haven't. See, I was gonna say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just because
Say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles then.
Well, I did just because there was so much
Okay.
that of my youth, what helped shape me, revolved around that movie.
That brings you down to Loki.
Yeah. So sad to see you go. Had some good times.
I'm gonna go with Back to the Future. Why?
Wow.
Because I love turtles, man. I love turtles. But Back to the Future is, you can't have Back to the Future 2. Now, is Back to the Future a self-contained movie? Yes, because they didn't know that they were gonna make more of them. They didn't even add to be continued till after its theatrical run. So they just fly off and you're done.
That's that.
And that's that. The kids' body. Something's got to be done about your kids.
So, I mean, yeah, a nice little teaser there before they actually, had a plan. They obviously, of course, went on to film, the second and third one kind of at the same time. So, I mean, once they got greenlit for the sequels, they're thinking, well, shit, let's just do two at once now. And we still do have the TMNT cartoons. Yes.
That's right. You still have TMNT cartoons. You still have the comics.
All of that. But as for the movies, if that first one goes, it's gone. And the one bright side is the Michael Bay films probably never happen after that. So yeah. And I'm okay with that.
Jester's Darth Arnold. Okay, I'm here for the polls. All right. Okay, so I'm sorry, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles And Turtles 2 and Turtles in Time are gone. So
They're out.
that is the end of that.
Well,
what do we have for him, Johnny?
All my
Erased
friends in
from
grade school are
existence.
gone. That's all we had in common. Zero went back to being a loner. Wow, we've come full circle in life. How fantastic.
This should be interesting.
Oh my. Adega said he was waiting for the next round. We'll see what comeuppance we got coming.
No, I don't want to edit my image using AI. Stupid. Edit your image using AI. I don't need to edit my image using AI. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Whew.
All right, we're getting into some hardcore horror.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of you. Let me add the poll before we start. I honestly should have somebody doing this. Introduce us to.
Oh boy, Adega's rubbing his hands together now. Oh yeah. No, Ghost Rider. We did say that. We still got the cartoons. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we still got the cartoons.
Yeah,
the cartoon and the comic book have nothing to do with this poll.
Whew. I see a lot of hands popping up for xenomorphs already. Holy crap. Canadian Spider-Man says The Exorcist was too scary. I hid behind the couch. Dude, when I watched The Exorcist as a child, yeah, right away, you know how good that sounds.
All right.
I had to hide under a blanket anytime Linda Blair was on the screen because I couldn't stand to look at her. I couldn't stand to listen to her. She scared the absolute shit out of me. This movie scared the absolute shit out of me. And that's why, as an adult, I love it. I think it's awesome. It is fantastic. It is horror, the likes of which people had never seen back then. Of course, now we're obviously desensitized to no end for anything. And that's why it's still...
if you get rid of Alien, you never get Aliens.
Well, that's the heavyweight. So, all that being said, Exorcist, it's been a good run, but you're out of my mind. Nope, that's my vote. That's my vote. Y'all already know where my vote's going on this one. I'm just throwing that out there. So it's all up to you.
Actually, depending on what the poll comes out to be, guys, make sure you vote. Make sure you vote in the poll. Make sure you vote in the poll. Alien versus The Exorcist. And what is up, Jester of Sin over on Rumble? Good afternoon, my friend. Hopefully you are doing well. We've got Canadian Spider-Man here. What is up, Canadian Spider-Man? Boosh! Boosh! Without Alien, we don't get modern sci-fi. That is possible.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot delete Alien. The impact of sci-fi would be devastating. Not just Aliens, but other influences, including Ridley Scott, James Cameron's career. No Aliens, no T2. Mm-hmm. He's got a huge point.
Yep. And that
these are all the things we have to reconcile when this goes, is how it affects everything. This isn't just, well, I like Alien more than The Exorcist, or I like Exorcist more than Alien. You have to think about what impact that's going to have on all of it across the board.
Yep. Oh yeah. So I mean, you could look at Arwen. There's many aliens. They showed up in the sequel, but she does have a point. Anybody could do that, you know. But it's a tale of the fantastical, the mystery of the unknown. Is possession a mystery of the unknown? Well, it can be. We don't necessarily know who's possessing who. But you know, you look at a lot of things like practical effects with both of them, cultural impact, the sheer panic that people were feeling when Linda Blair does what Linda Blair did in that movie, especially the crucifix scene. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We don't need to go there. I mean, shit, that little critter bursting out of John Hurt's chest, people were throwing up in the theater. They were probably making their own pea soup in the aisleway. There's a lot that's getting weighed out here, you know, when you look at stuff like this. And of course, both of these are perfect standalone films. They didn't need sequels, you know.
They didn't need sequels. They didn't have to have sequels.
They ended it.
Just,
yeah. But that's
well,
where
little did we know that the alien that burned up in the engine of the escape pod of the Nostromo cocooned itself and didn't die.
Loki, don't try to swing the vote. Let's not try to influence the people with what is yet to come. Don't even
Romulus. They're unburdened by what has been. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying don't influence the public opinion.
Oh, the crab walk down the stairs. Holy shit. I remember when I saw that and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. You blast the bitch. And you don't even wait for the priest. You see her coming down the stairs doing that crab walk. It's like, nope.
You know, that would have been bad enough. But when the camera zoomed in on her face and she's got the blood coming out of her mouth with that, you know, whatever, I'm just like, okay, nope, we're done. But all that, and let's not forget,
comics are safe. Well, no, because the comics will come after that. So yeah, no comics. Ooh. TMNT is different. TMNT, all that shit came before it. So yeah, no AVP comics, maybe even no Predator. There's a lot that goes away if you take out Alien. Without Alien, you don't get modern sci-fi horror. You will still get sci-fi, Star Trek, etc., Close Encounters, shit like that, but not sci-fi horror like Alien.
Yeah. So there's a lot of influence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Canadian Spider-Man. Yeah, you blast the bitch.
If you are Canadian, how the hell did you get a shotgun? But anyway, rip earbud users. Yeah, I'm sorry, but just imagine how people in the theater thought when that scream came down from the hallway. They're probably all thinking, "Oh my God, someone just put shit in my pants." So yeah, it's there's a lot to weigh in on this one, and that's why it's good.
We've got 31 votes. We're going to give you guys another minute. If you haven't voted, vote now. Get your votes in. Decide what movie you want to stay. I'll go first this time since Zero went first last time. Alien. I mean, I love The Exorcist. I think it's a great film. I think they made too many of them, just like I think they made too many Alien movies. But Alien, because of the impact it's got and the impact it's had and what it's done for films as a whole, it's got to be Aliens. Like Ridley Scott, hate Ridley Scott. You can feel however you want to. I think for a long time, Ridley was absolutely above the target. You don't get Cameron doing Aliens. You don't get Cameron going back and getting such a huge budget for T2 without this. So maybe even Terminator 2 doesn't happen because he doesn't do Alien. Or Aliens. So without this, Aliens definitely doesn't exist. You don't get it with Cameron. You might not even get like T2 and a whole bunch of other movies because this never happens. Yeah. So I got to go with Alien.
Well, I'm with you on that one. I mean, you already knew how this one was going to go. As tough as this was, you know, when you put these two up against each other, great standalone films, great horror films. You know, and the fact that they're
Arlena's going for Exorcist.
Yeah. And you know what? This is one of those cases where, you know, I'm not biased at all. I'm not, okay, Boosh, we're not going there. We're not going there. No, we're not doing that. No.
Save the Space Marines. Yeah. Well, so, if we vote, if we keep Alien in, Aliens will come up in the future at some point. Well, you know, we're not going to do this every week. But we've got at least a good two-parter here for you over this week and next week. So we'll see what happens. But anything done in the future takes all of this into account. So you can't have certain movies without other movies existing. It's just not going to happen. But we won't ever put the same movie up twice. We might put a sequel up. Definitely we'll put up Aliens in the future at some point and make sure that survives. But after that, Doesn't really matter. If Alien 3 ever comes up, you can crap that one down the toilet and the whole franchise ends there.
Yeah.
All right. So my vote, Alien. What's yours?
Exorcist all the way.
Exorcist.
No, I'm kidding. Obviously, it's Alien. Come on.
That I was like, Exorcist. What?
You mean the Xeno
What
himself
universe
is
did I fall into where you're not a xenomorph?
the wrong one? Everything
Wrong
you knew
one.
about me is about to change. Oh, yeah.
This would be fun to do with music videos too. I hadn't thought of that.
Well, see, because that's the thing, because I thought we could, because everybody knows, everybody's got lists of their own movies and stuff. But when we started to put this together, I started thinking, shit, we could do top 10 albums of all time, top 10 TV shows of all time. You could do this with absolutely anything. So we're just getting started here.
Oh, brother, I don't know what the stupid things problem is. Thank you, old gamer. Thank you so very much, brother. You guys keep this show going. You do week after week, day after day. Thank you, brother. Seriously, It's all good, man. Do not worry about that. If the app's being stupid and doesn't want to work, it's completely all right, brother. I totally get it.
What it is. Olds gamer, come on. Really, you've already set the record probably for the entire year, so don't worry about it. We appreciate you regardless.
The poll's down. The poll ends with Aliens at 82%, The Exorcist at 17%, with 34 votes. Yeah, Dare to Be Stupid, Dare to Be Stupid. Unfortunately, that movie's not on here. Maybe next week, Dare to Be Stupid. We're going to do this for 2 weeks. And then we'll come back to it every once in a while, like every 6 months or something. I don't know. This won't be a regular thing we do, but it's definitely going to be
as soon as Loki wants to go back to being angry every Monday morning, we'll do that.
Well, you know what? I want every once in a while. I'm like, you know what? We need a break from all the drama and the politics and the bullshit. And the crappy movies. These are all great movies. These are all culturally impactful movies. And that's where I want to keep it. I do not want to do shitty movies. Nope. So that is where we are. We're gonna have one more. We've got 6 versus matchups. So we're gonna do one more because that's what we have time for. We'll get to more next week. Give me just a second. Let me get this up and going. And then you can introduce them, Zero.
I will introduce them. I'm very calm this morning. Wow, this tea is working fantastically.
No, that one. Oh yeah, I did put that up on the top. Okay, since I put this one up at the top, we'll go after it. We'll save Superman and Batman for next week. Superman 78 versus Batman 89 next week.
Thank you for giving me time to prep for that one.
Enjoy that fight. No, this is going to be dun 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 versus the Thing. Enjoy that one. John Carpenter's The Thing versus Jurassic Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
As much as I love both of these.
Before you, let me get the poll.
Oh, no. My mind is already made up. I'm just going to watch chat roll by on this one.
Tell us about our choices.
Well, of course, we've got Jurassic Park. I mean, yeah, John Williams Kronos with that score. Holy crap. That movie is not the same without John Williams' score. But of course, anything Johnny Williams scores, you could probably say that. Yeah,
but that score for The Thing is also legendary and iconic. I'm sorry, you cannot dismiss the music for that. You can't dismiss any of Carpenter's music for those movies. That all that stuff is absolutely positively iconic.
Yeah. So Walter, yes. Yeah. Bram Stoker's Dracula survived. Yeah, Jurassic Park,
American Werewolf
1990.
in London gone.
Yep, 1993. Steven Spielberg was directing this and Schindler's List at the same time, if I'm not mistaken. So imagine that workload. But Jesus, fantastic practical effects from
And we've
Stan
got a back
Winston
and
and
forth
his crew.
battle. We have got a back and forth battle. It's changed from Jurassic Park to the Thing, back and forth. Now it's starting to settle, I think. Okay. Here's the deal. Will the Thing survive in a different form? Yes, it will. Because the Thing from Another World was the original black and white movie, which I absolutely adore. Starship Troopers. That's not a bad idea, Keith. We may do that next week. In that particular head-to-head, Jurassic Park goes in the trash. Cotton standing up for the Thing. And it's still a seesaw battle, back and forth online. We've got Jurassic Park. We've got the Thing. We've got the percentages moving. This is a tight race. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tight battle going back and forth. Get your votes in.
Yeah.
So the Jurassic Park book survives. The Thing, the original book is called Who Goes There? That will survive. The original black and white Thing movie will survive. I think that was filmed in the 50s? It was filmed in the 50s. It's black and white. Different story compared to the book, but a really, really good story. I love that. That's one of my all-time favorite black and white monster movies is the original Thing from Another World. RKO Radio, I think, is the one who put it out. And of course, you've got Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Jester's Darth Darlene is like Jurassic Park all the way.
Man, yeah. So say what you will. Say what you will about the CGI. That was groundbreaking at the time. Still holds up incredibly well today. But I mean, the poll is wrong.
Well, we've got 29 votes. Guys, get your votes in. If you haven't voted, get your votes in. It is still a tight race. Jurassic Park's at 43%. The Thing is at 57%. It is a tight race. If you have not voted, get your votes in. It was a graveyard smash. It is the mash. It is the monster mash. Still not voting. And Cronus is like, no.
At this point, I wish I didn't have to. Oh, my.
1951, The Thing. Yeah, The Thing from Another World. That was the full title. The Thing from Another World, based off of Who Goes There, the novel. And, I mean, damn. But this is not the 1951 Thing. This is John Carpenter's Thing. So the Thing will still be alive in just a different form. You just won't get this. And you won't get the sequel that came out in 2000 whatever that was supposed to use real effects and used freaking CGI instead. Could you imagine doing a movie where you're like, no, we want practical effects, and then you get done and they're like, you know what, go over the practical effects with CG? I would be pissed.
Yeah, I would too.
Big beautiful dinos.
And they had them. They had them in there.
They absolutely had them in there.
Oh,
all
boy.
Right. So, Zero, tell us how you're voting and why.
Because of you know what? I'm not looking at this through nostalgia, rose-tinted glasses, because I can count on one hand. Hey, congratulations. Yes, I'm Canadian and I'm fucking stupid. What a surprise. I can count on one hand how many times my family and I went out to the movie theater to watch movies. That is a true story. I can count on one hand how many times we did it. Jurassic Park was one of them. And the people in the theater lost their goddamn minds when we were seeing this shit in real time. Say what you will about the sequels, but as a standalone, groundbreaking bombshell of a movie, Jurassic Park, hands down.
So that's your vote, Jurassic Park.
That is my vote. Welcome to Jurassic Park. But after seeing those numbers,
42% Jurassic Park, 58% The Thing.
Yeah.
This is okay. I went and saw Jurassic Park like 8 or 9 times with my dad. The summer it came out, we were traveling, and my mother was doing a show, a miniatures show, because she made miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
She handmade miniatures. And hell, we were in Kansas City just driving around. He was like, oh, look, they're playing Jurassic Park at that theater. And we were like, let's go watch Jurassic Park again. Literally, that's what, like, I mean, we could go see that movie multiple times. But I've watched the shit out of The Thing. And The Thing, it's one of those, both of them have this breakthrough in tech. They were using everything. They were using spaghetti. They were using red dye. They were using all sorts of shit for The Thing to make that possible, to make that movie happen. They were using all kinds of CGI that had never been done before. I remember in Jurassic Park, I remember seeing the dinosaurs for the first time and feeling like, holy shit, they actually did it. You
crazy son of a bitch,
yeah,
you did it.
I was wearing the Ian Malcolm jacket. You crazy son of a bitch, you did it.
Mm-hmm.
You brought dinosaurs back. Everything you'd seen before that was this stop motion mess that you knew was fake as hell.
Yeah.
And then you saw this for the first time. And
ironically enough, if it wasn't for ILM, who were at the time testing their computer capabilities to do this sort of animation, we would have had practical effects and stop motion effects in Jurassic Park. And then, one of the higher ups at ILM said, hey, Steven, come here and check out this thing we're doing over here on this computer. And then that was it. Stop motion was gone.
Shit.
That is one big pile of shit. Yeah, come on. And come on. Rexy ate a lawyer. And you know what? I will say this. You can look at JP, and as soon as those kids pop up in the movie, kids, you're thinking, oh shit, more kids. But you know what? The kids didn't take anything away from the movie at all. They weren't a distraction. They were good. They were good at what they did. They were all they needed to be. They weren't excessive. They weren't annoying. They were annoying to Alan Grant, but that was a plot point right there. It was great.
Jurassic Park was one of those films that changed the industry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a tough call, but
Life Force versus Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Keith, what is up, brother? Good to see you guys. If you aren't subscribed to Keith and Jagiri over on Pop Culture Minefield, make sure you are, because those are some great individuals right there. Absolute wonderful guys. Oh, it's on me. It's on me. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll. I'm gonna end the poll because we're sitting at 33 votes, 42% for Jurassic Park, 58% for The Thing. That means that it is Jurassic Park versus The Thing. Each have 1 point, one from chat, one from Zero for Jurassic Park, one from chat for The Thing. We're stuck. I've got to make a decision. I've got to either save one franchise or destroy the other.
It's a tough game when you care.
A lot of people are weighing in here. Ghost Rider Jurassic Park was one of those films that changed the industry. It did. Maybe it didn't change it for the better, because the total, this right here.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with this is it led to overuse of CGI. This and Star Wars led to the overuse of CGI. Oh, we can just make everything virtually. And that I think hurt. I brought this up over and over again. At the end of the thing, when they are in the cellar, there's all that shit scattered everywhere. Okay. And there's piles of stuff because they're in this cellar in the Antarctic. And there's just all this shit down there. You can call it trash. There's trash. It's all kind of stuff. Someone had to put all that together. Someone had to place all that. They had to go out. They had to get all that stuff. And the director walks around the room and goes, look, this is here. That's there. It's got to be perfect. Cinematography's got to be right. Things have to be placed in the right way. They don't even think about that anymore with CG. Though they just, oh, we'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post. It's not Jurassic Park's fault that they turned that. But I think it counts for a point, at least 1 point against Jurassic Park, because Jurassic Park would be the driving force to eventually go, you know what? We don't even need backgrounds. We don't even need cinematography. We just need to slap up a computer generated image and that'll do the work for us.
It's kind of sad.
What is the AC/DC song of the day? Fire all your guns at once and we will salute you. That's the AC/DC song of the day. Oh. Loki has it harder than King Conan. I do, because I don't want to lose either one of them. I'm going to have to go against the grain and go Jurassic Park. I'm going to have to. I love the thing. I absolutely love the thing. Fix it in post wasn't on Jurassic Park. CGI is a tool. They use them to perfection. They did. And that's why it's going to get a pass. And that's why it's going to go forward. Because they're not the ones who created the problem. The problem was created later. But the CGI in Jurassic Park eventually led to this problem we have where they're just like, this sucks. We'll just fix it in post.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
it's a tough call. And you know, I can
you
totally
suck, Loki.
Well, sorry, Dave Bob, but we've come to snuff the rooster this morning. You know, and yes, I can totally agree with it, with everything that everybody's saying. You know, it changed the industry for better or for worse. But you know, when you look at the original JP, they weren't using green screen to fix anything in post. They weren't doing anything like that. You know, you look at Grant and the kids running through the field. They ran through the field and they had markers all over the ground where the galleys would be put in later on with computers and stuff like that. They weren't just like, oh, here, go like this in front of a green screen. We'll just put shit in later. No, they were out there doing the work. That's why it would get a pass for me as well, because the CGI was a tool to enhance what was already there and to fill in the gaps that just were not possible back then. And that's why they got it right. All that being said, yeah, did it get totally overblown and just people got lazy with it and just make everything CG? Yeah, of course, obviously. But JP was the original. It's the OG film that used CG properly, and they got everything right. When it comes to practicality, yeah, the thing kicks ass. The thing stands the test of time because, man, that's some freaky shit.
Dirty Harry versus Death Wish. It's a great idea. I like that idea.
Oh man, yeah, working overtime. Yeah, it's a tough game. It's a tough game.
We've got more movies to come. We've got Superman versus Batman.
I hate to see where that one's gonna go. Holy shit, that's gonna be rough.
We've got Superman versus Batman. We've got more movies. So we've got 2 more verses, and we'll probably throw in 2 more next week, and then we'll move on to something else for a while. Come back to this in the next 3 or 4 months, whatever. This is just going to be an every once in a while deal. I like to do these. I like to have fun. We've been talking about ever since Zero brought this up with like how are we going to do it? What are we going to do? You can't pick all the good movies. I can't pick all the good movies. So the best thing to do is just like Zero is the one who came up with Jurassic Park and the Thing. So, but he didn't have them pitted against each other. He just said, "Here's my list." Dracula and American Werewolf 1 didn't. Part of that's his, part of that's mine. So we're gonna take some crazy combos and put them against each other, and they're all gonna be movies that matter. So the voices and spirit of the old Muppet guys. This game sucks.
Yeah. I
know Pat's gonna tell Snowdub on me that I picked Jurassic Park over the Thing. I'm sure he will.
You know what? We'll do one just for him. We'll put like Nightmare on Elm Street up against Friday the 13th or some shit like that. Yeah, y'all don't know me.
You're a Zero.
You're an artard. Not an artard. Yeah. That's the like these movies. They're all gonna be prize fighters, y'all. There's no filler in these lists at all. They're all gonna be going straight for the knockout.
All right,
that's what makes it interesting.
We're getting out of here, guys. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. Be great. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great Monday, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting out of here. Peace.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.